Quite often people ask me about the body position they need to have while I'm doing my meditations. Don't think that the body position has to do anything with such sublime state as enlightenment or attainment of higher spheres, but it can help you. Not because of energy, chakra, and all favorite subjects of New Age travelers and adventurers, but simply for the fact that being in one position without moving sooner or later will start to hurt you. You will feel pain, and pain is doing what? It will return to you to this reality. Pain will always remember that you are the body. You are not going anywhere, you are returning to this earth. Something which Buddha, when say under the tree, say, I will not move until I get the final realization, what we call enlightenment. That sentence for the first time show that moving, it's the language of reality. It's a proof that we are here, not there. And enlightenment, it's neither here, not there, but nowhere. That's the point. When you have a movement of the mind or the body, you will be the part of this agreement of universal value, which will simply stopping you from reaching the final realization. I will show you my, what I built, and it increases the chance of success for my sitting positions and also giving me much better result for meditations. Just leave me a minute, because my wife, all my magical stuff which I prepare for webinar, always putting in my closet because she don't like the mess. But I have my creative mess which she don't like, but she is the boss. So I need now to find, yeah. Wow. So this is what I built. I hope you can see, because now sun is sunsetting. This is the chair, but very special chair. I put my feet under, so my spin, it's not fixed. I can literally find the gravitational point where I am like fitted on the spear and stay that for more hours than any other asana. I will just show you how in practice. I hope you will see that. I don't know. You see that? And it is very easy, you see. I don't have a straight back, but with this chair I can sit this for hours. I don't even need to find my gravitational, everything will fall on its own place just when I put pressure, and automatically the wheel will align where I am in zero, neither forward, neither backward. And my neck, it's also in a straight line. With this very simple chair, you can really all practices of lucid dreaming, especially scrying, because the pain in the back, and we are all old, of course, we are not going to gym. We hate physical work, of course, because we are spiritual and we are kings on this earth. We don't give a fuck about this, and of course we have pain in our ass, in our back, and everywhere. So that pain, it's mortal enemy for reaching the state where you will get the visions. Same as the sleeping. When you're going to sleep, you need to be in position where your body will not itch you, not giving the pain, not giving anything, so you can go and sleep in another reality. You can build it in a three parts. First part, it's simply the wooden, I don't know how to say, but flat line. This is most important. The two parts need to be exactly like half circle. So it can be balanced when you put it. It is very, very light. You can put it with yourself whenever you go. I reach the levels of meditations, and especially when I do the scrying, Enochian scrying, which sometimes took me more than an hour or 2 hours to sit without any pain. 2 hours in asana would mean that you are a real master in yoga. I am not master. I am not even the beginner in hatha yoga. But with this, I am using this cheat so I can simply divert myself to higher cause, to the meditations, to some practices which need a lot of time. And there is nothing, really nothing so good when your body is stopping to giving you information about your position, and when you dive into that eternal, wonderful state of not existing of your body position. It's very specific, but you don't need not to move and to wait. To wait. After a couple of minutes when you are in practice, usually after 15 minutes, you will reach a point when you will have the sense that you are inclined, or that you are not sitting. You will have a sense that you don't have a body which is sitting. You will be just eternal little dot in the empty space of the black inside of the eyelids, which simply exist without the legs, without anything, because your mind will stop giving you information about the body. Why? Because it will think that you are going to sleep, and he will cut all informations which you will use so you can focus on higher things, cheating him. I need to return this because my wife, Also, for pranayama, the favorite subject and champion of people's losing time. People are really capable of doing the pranayama and changing the rhythm, inhale, exhale, holding the breath, counting from 10 to 20 to 100 without reaching anything special. There is one way for me which is the crown of pranayama, which will both change the way your mind works and giving you the prana much more than any other counting methods of doing the pranayama. It is very important to realize that there is a three part of breathing: inhale, exhale, and kumbhaka. Kumbhaka is the period when you are stopping the lungs from the breath, and it will be after inhale and after exhale, without taking in or taking out the breath. It is very especially important because of the mind process. Why? Because the part of mind which is very seduced to give you life, pumping the heart, breathing, you are not knowing. you're not aware of that automatic process. While you are not dealing with the breath, your mind, it's giving you more thoughts. That is, some yogic schools are specially concerned to throw away totally kumbhak, only to have inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you have a little child, if you are a parent still, or you are God forsake plan for you to have child like me, you will see in children's breathing that they don't have kumbhak. They don't have stopping the breathing. They are breathing. So the pause in breathing is something which is not so much natural. And it is developed later in a time when the process of thinking in the brain start to grow. Now, of course, this is the theory. Whole yogic thinking and way of thinking, it's something which is simply a result of philosophy. We don't know exactly what is going on in a human brain, especially now when we are very close to discover what is going on in human brain during the wakefulness, and especially during the REM phase, or what we call in the dreaming versus sleeping. We will talk about it tomorrow. But the process of the mind, we see connection with the thinking, with the pause in breathing. This exercise that I will give you is so simple, but so hard. Take your watch, not now, after we finish webinar. Take your watch, and I don't know if you have in your phones stopwatch with the count alarm. Take 2 minutes alarm clock to repeat the sound. When you press start, you need to slowly take inhale for at least 2 minutes. You need to be so slow because it is very easy to be 10 seconds, but your lungs will be more full and very soon you will reach the top and the time will rest. No, you need to prolong taking the whole lungs capacity into the 2 minutes. The first 30 seconds, it's totally cool. You will felt very relaxed because your mind will follow the pace of breathing. You will become more inner oriented, more chill. You will see how it will be very pleasant for your breathing. But that will crash very soon. You will reach the part of your being when you will sense the neurotical feeling of your selfhood wanting you to steal the air. You will felt very strange and very difficult time because you will lose the patience. It will be almost impossible to simply cut off these 2 minutes and took the whole air, but you need not to do that. You have 2 minutes. After a first minute, you will see that your mind will change completely. Sometimes your body will give you, which is very well known, like Suhasini sweat in Kundalini Kriya Yoga, the surface of your skin will start to give you a moisturing and very interesting itching, which is very familiar for the people who are doing pranayama for years. Now we don't have so much time, we can do it in 2 minutes, but if you do it in a way I say. So even now, if you want, I can turn the 2 minutes. When I say start, you will empty your lungs completely and start to slowly take the air. I will count the time. 2 minutes. You will see how different you will become after 1 minute. Please be careful and take observation about the neurotic feeling like you will get drowned. Your ego will fight you, but if you are starting to fight him, not letting him to steal, especially in the upper lungs after 1 minute, the air, if you are doing, be patient, your trance will be so depth that it will reach the stage of maybe half an hour of pranayama and good asana. It will change you. Just fight it. It cannot hurt you. You cannot die. But your mind wants you to feel that. Like you are in an uncomfortable position. You know, if you're imagining that somebody is put you in a grave, in a coffin, and this kind of very unpleasantness, fight against it. Take air little by little. Now I will count the time and I will speak each half of minute when it reach, so you can know where you are. Of course, most of you will not reach the 2 minutes, but try to do at least 1. Empty your lungs, and I will say, when I say 3, 2, 1, we are going, you will start slowly to take the air. You will see that there is no muscle. Even if you thought about taking the air, your lungs will do it. So small, like the soldiers in an army when want to ambush the enemy, make so slow movement that enemy will not be able to see it. So, wonderful saying. Stop watch. Okay, put yourself in the right position. We are going in 3, 2, 1, go. Don't rush. Don't rush. "30 seconds passed, and now your mind is fighting you. Be still. Don't take it too much. Slowly. It will become harder and harder. Fight it. You are almost at the top. 1 minute. Slow more. Almost like no breathing. Most of you will reach this point without any chance of doing anything more. Now you are feeling very uncomfortable. Don't take the more air than you are planning. Yeah, it's difficult. 30 seconds left. It will be now very hard. Pay attention to your mind. Yes. How you are feeling now? Full of energy. And attention is totally different. And you are doing the fucking almost 2 minutes. Remember, you do not need time so you can have something which is difficult to obtain. You need time for smart doing things like this. Keep this exercise each 10 minutes. Go somewhere in quiet, make incense sticks, put some meditative music, and do this exercise every 20 minutes. Each time you will be easier and easier to obtain 2 minutes. Each time your mind will getting for the first time constant feeling the oxygen, because never in your life, ever, you have more than 1 minute of one inhale. For the first time, your mind and your brain, as a constructor of your mind, now getting all-time inhale. And it will bow to that. And it will open, because it will be foreign country for your brain. It will think finally realization, Buddhahood. But no. Your ego will start to fight it, because it is not accustomed for him to take this 2 minutes even more, and in one way you will take it. Try to fight it, and you will see, first of all, how your immune system will grow. This exercise, 5 minutes a day, will raise your immunity, body immunity, in a level that you go, I don't know, the chamber when they give you a pure oxygen. It is good for diabetic. I don't know how to say in English, but this kind of breathing will improve your health a lot. But more importantly, it will give you a part of the brain who will start to grow and to react and reach a trance, which is quite the different trance than we are using with mantra. And tomorrow, when we are using reverse blinking technique, which will give you totally different kind mindfuck trance, ideally for scrying and astral projection. You see, every hour a little thing in art, no matter how boring it is, have this kind of tricks that it can really transform totally boring technique to something which you will do for the rest of your life. Everything except having a marriage. Having a marriage, it's simply impossible to improve your spiritual life. Yes, it is not having a wife, it's not spiritual at all. She's complaining now. Yes, and there is a school in Tantra which practitioners simply are forbidden to be with women. Okay, so yes, just to see what we have now, 10 minutes to 6, we have 1 hour. Yes, totally perfect things I want to show you. Well, you did it probably, but you forget it. You see that the main attainment for every adept, it's not achievement something new, but remembering something which already you have. Enlightenment, it's not occasion in the future, because it will never happen. But it is happening all the time, but you are not looking in the right direction. Remembering and reconciling things, it's the true essence of good magician. You don't need to achieve anything new. You just need to remember how smart you were as a kid, because the kids are in the possess of the great magic. When we say great work, it's synonym for alchemical gold, finding our true essence and everything. But the whole naming, it's quite inconvenient. It is not great, it is deep. It is not work, but working. It is deep working, not great work. And there is no God's plan. There is only child's playing. Totally opposite of what we supposed to be. So change not only the way you work, change the way you speak about the high essence and high attainments. Try to think, is the name good? Sometimes people, when you are in guest, and when you go to toilet, when you shit or piss in their toilets, you are washing the hands when? After you make shit or piss, which is wrong. You need to wash your hands before, because bacteria which will touch your pussy, anus or penis will eventually be inside of it as soon as you touch it. So you need clean hands before you go to piss, not after, because that bacteria you already have. Cleaning your hands after, it's just polite way so your guest will know that you are now cleaning your hands and going to eat without smell of the shit in your finger. But everything that we are doing, it's totally the opposite of what we should do. So clean your hands before going to toilet. Of course, you can do it after, but more important, it's to go before. When you put onion in the salad, you know how wonderful the salad will be. But if your wife you want to kiss you, if you are fortunate to have the wife who want to have intercourse with you, then she will have a bad smell. When you will say, oh, you are smelling on onion. But the same onion in the salad smell perfectly. The mind, it's our greatest friend and greatest foe. So everything that I try to transform is just the way you are thinking, not about the things you know how to do, but about your spirituality. I'm not changing techniques. I'm just trying to change the way you are doing these techniques, which is totally different stuff. Now, 5 minutes break. We have a last hour, and I will talk with you one very, very interesting and special things, which we can use it for the good of our spirituality. 5 minutes, few minutes, take your coffee, go to shit, piss, and go, please wash your hands before, and see you after.